From making content from a standalone headset to hosting an unofficial Rector Awards with big names like Skull and Slat and others, in today's podcast, we'll be interviewing Sharkify.
Hello, hello.
So my first question is a question I always ask. I think last time I even asked it. When did you start really like
Mhm.
playing Rec Room?
Well, I actually remember the exact day. September 21st, 2022. So I'd made my Rec Room account the year before, but I didn't really touch it until I was looking for a brand new game to play on the PlayStation, and I found Rec Room. And so I thought, you know what? I'll try it. Why not?
Yeah.
So I downloaded it. At the time I was making Minecraft videos, which are now very, very private. But I thought, hey, I might as well try and make a Rec Room video. So I filmed it, recorded, uploaded. It's called The Coolest Kid in Rec Room.
Yeah,
it's still up on my channel.
Yeah, I
The
saw
very
that when I
first
was
video.
researching you.
Yeah. Yeah. And that did so much better than all the other videos of Minecraft. So I thought, hey, let's do another one, then another one. Then I just started playing Rec Room pretty much every day after that. Like I loved it so much.
How did you start making content? You kind of just like said it, but like, if you
Well,
have more in depth.
that was one channel. I've had many channels before that. I think like my first channel was back when I was nine or 10. I will not disclose the name because it is so cringe, like beyond cringe. But yeah, I'd make those cringy Minecraft Let's Play videos where I'd have my iPad like set up, pointing at the TV. And I was making Let's Play videos.
It's so funny story about Minecraft. I almost uploaded a video on my on the channel I actually upload on. It was straight up like I had to record. I was recording on my TV screen on Xbox, and I remember like so badly how much I used to like exploit the Xbox, like because you told me like back when I was only on standalone, like there was a way that basically streamer cam was like get on your Xbox account, record on your Xbox account. That's actually, if you have an Xbox account, that is not a bad idea to do.
I do recommend. Yeah, it is a really good alternative to streamer cam using your Xbox as like a second screen.
Yeah.
It is really good.
I think
I
it
used it
has
in my
the
old videos.
same stats as the streamer cam, but just a little bit lower quality, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Like the only issue with that is because it's like not actually streamer cam, it's your like someone's thing. Like if you're looking at someone, they'll have that little green outline around them sometimes. But there are ways to work around it, and it like once you learn the process, it's really good. Like it's a good alternative if you don't have streamer cam. Like if you're on standalone Quest, it's so good.
Yeah, so
would recommend.
Again on the Minecraft topic, I was doing this one block challenge on the Xbox, and this was before I had a PC, so like I was straight up just doing it on Xbox, and I was recording it on Xbox, and then I went straight from Xbox to like there was a recording of Xbox on the screen physically, and it was a recording that I was gonna send back to the app, and then there was just my phone I propped up and recorded my reaction to it. But then I never
that sounds about right.
I never uploaded it's uploaded, I think it's uploaded like somewhere, but it just doesn't have the camera recording. So
right.
that was
I've always been very scared of recording my face. Like I know you do it with all your streams. You have like a face cam in your streams.
Yeah.
But I think I've only shown my face to like 3-4 people. I did consider like making face cam videos, but not really.
Like
I kind of leaned away from it, to be honest.
The best way I feel like whenever you're trying to open up and trying to do face reveals and that stuff, a great way, like I've seen people do it to where they start off by like keeping the quest on their head so it covers most of their face. And it's kind of like easily transitions into like a full face reveal. It's just more easier. On the top oh sorry, nah, you go.
I have considered doing some really cool like cinematic thing where I slowly take off my headset and voila, it's me. But I didn't really see any use for it, to be honest. I don't like because I make VR videos. There's no point Like I haven't expanded outside of it because, well, I have a VR channel mostly.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no point. There's no really. I don't see the point for me doing a face reveal because I wouldn't have any reason to in the first place. I just didn't, you know.
Yeah.
Plus, at least people don't get to see what I look like.
Speaking of like quests and that stuff, like I remember when I first got my Quest 2 because I recently upgraded to the Quest 3, so like that's what I'm playing on right
Oh yeah.
now.
Ah,
Um
nice.
and when I was playing on my Quest 2, I remember I strictly did like Gorilla Tag content. Like that was I was solid. I thought I was gonna do Gorilla Tag content for the rest of my days. And then I saw Rec Room, and then I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And then I started building in Rec Room, and then I was like, "Oh, shoot, this is even cooler." And then I saw I think I forget who I saw. I saw someone make Rec Room content, and I'm like, "Let me give this a shot." And then that's how that came to be.
Yeah,
I I I just
when
fell in
I
love
first
with it.
started doing well, I'm in a similar situation. When I first got my headset, it was about 2 months after I started making Requiem videos for my birthday in October, and I started watching Requiem YouTube because I wanted to like see what the competition's like, and I watched a
Mhm,
lot of Righteous, like a
mhm.
lot of
Oh,
Righteous.
I remember him.
Yeah,
He's a
like him
classic.
2 3 years ago, that was peak. Righteous fell off. Anyway, yeah, and I never got into building, unfortunately.
Mm,
But like just being able to see Rec Room in a VR headset is so cool when you've like
yeah.
been so used to seeing it on screen and then being able to
Mhm.
look around and whoa, like it's
Bro,
such a surreal
I
experience.
remember my first time on VR in general. Oh,
Hmm.
it's like you unlocked a whole
It's
new
a whole new
world.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever play did you have a PSVR by chance? Like the
I
ones
had
you plug in
friends.
the
So
PlayStation?
in Rec Room, well, kind of when I got my Quest 2, it was I've had experience with because I have a friend with a PSVR,
Ah,
like the
yeah.
very
Hmm.
first PSVR, like when it first came
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
And I remember I used
Oh,
to
yeah.
go to sleepovers like with him, and we just play Rec Room. And the only thing we played, I swear, the only two games that we played was climbing games, and we also played Among Us, like the Among Us game, if you know what I'm
Oh,
talking
the Among
about.
Us games. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And those were like the
I
two games I played.
those when I first got in VR, I think I played like I tried getting good at paintball. Like I did all the basic games like paintball and Rec Royale.
Hmm.
To this day, I still suck balls at all of them. Like I suck.
Yo,
But
if you need me to carry you, just call me up, dog. Call me.
hey, next video idea. I got this player to carry me in paintball.
Did you already do that though, or was that just like kind of the president video?
um.
Because
Oh, that was
I'm
just me goofing around. I
yeah, I
was
got you
like,
next.
I.
Just hit me up, dog. Yeah.
Yeah, I. But I think anyway. Back to the PSVR thing.
Yeah.
That was my first experience using VR, and
Mhm.
I played this one like shark game where you'd like go down from like like you're in like a cage. You like it's one of the like default PSVR games,
Yeah.
and that was my first like thing in VR. And then I thought, hey, that's cool. Maybe I'll try VR. And so I got my headset,
Mhm.
and it was a whole new thing, and it
Yeah.
helped me with YouTube too. Like
Yeah.
it was, I made my videos more interesting than
Yeah.
just screen mode.
Yeah. Screen mode, like you can play on screen mode, but there's like the whole purpose. I feel like the whole purpose of VR was kind of like, I reckon was
Yeah, yeah,
VR fit
yeah.
like actual
Mhm.
because other than that, like VR chat was the only other game that really did that. But
Yeah.
like Raccoon
Yeah, yeah,
came,
like the whole screen mode and VR thing at the same
yeah,
time.
and like
Yeah, yeah.
Raccoon made it more accessible. Like I feel like made it more accessible
Mm.
for new players to like make games and do that stuff instead of VR chat because VR chat's
Yeah,
more of like,
that's exactly how I got into Rec Room on the PlayStation, not VR. Like it helped me discover Rec Room, and like
mhm.
now look at me. I look at me now. Like it's I'm so glad that I did find it on the PlayStation because it's like it's literally changed my life.
Yeah,
Rec Room has changed my life.
bro. Did you ever play that Richie's Plank experience on the PSVR?
I did. I
Bro,
did. The one where you like go up. Is it like the one we got the elevator and then
yeah,
walk
and
out the
then there's a
plank and like
plank.
fall to
Oh
your
my
death?
goodness gracious.
Yes,
I
dude, that
still
was
Bro,
horrifying.
I'm getting flashbacks from the dentist scene, if you know what that is. You know the
Yes,
dentist
dude.
one? Oh
Yes, the
my goodness.
dentist.
And then the Iron Man.
Dude,
Do you
that was
remember Iron Man?
horrifying.
The Iron Man one?
Oh, yeah, I did do that once at a friend's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Bro.
And the spider. There was a Spider-Man one
Yeah.
too.
And then there was one that
Dude,
like
that
the
was
elevator
sick.
filled with spiders, and that creeped me out because
Oh,
I was
oh,
like 13
yep.
when I did that. Oh my goodness. And then the other game we played a ton, and it was so scuffed. Like it was unbelievably scuffed because the controllers on the PSVR were so like crappy. It was
Yes, dude. The little things,
Beats
little balls on the end of them.
yeah, Beat
Oh, Beat
Saber.
Saber.
Bro. Bro, Beat Saber
Oh my
bro,
lord.
my friend used to like straight up grind that game like no one's business, dog. I think he got on a leaderboard or something like that, but bro,
Damn, respect, dude.
well I
It's
have
hard
it
to get on the leaderboard. I tried. And
yeah.
I failed.
Yeah, same. Like for me, like I'm not sure if it's like a brain issue or like something, but like my motor skills are like zero. Like, bro, when it comes to games like that, I just can't unless it's on easy.
uh, when I first started playing Beat Saber, I always had the little things turned off, like the direction. So I just had to hit them instead of like choosing the direction, because that just made my head spin in circles. I couldn't do it.
Bro, I'd always get messed up when they pull the switcheroo and they turn it from left to right.
Yeah, and they turn around.
Sides.
It was so confusing.
Bro, I was like, if Crash Out was a turn back then, that was what I would be using. I'm not even lying.
The beat switching sides. That is just
bro. Oh my goodness. Oh, I hated that.
No, it sucks.
Yeah.
I guess I got a bit better, but I don't play Beat Saber as much anymore. But yeah, especially when I first got my headset, I did play it a lot. I actually got Beat Saber for free when I got my headset. They were doing this promotional deal thing, and I got Beat Saber for free. And that was one of the first games that I did play.
I think that's how I got too.
Instead of spending $30 on it.
Yeah, I think so. Like the very first time I ever heard about Rec Room was when I watched the Dan TDM video of him.
Yes, yeah, in like the old Rec Room.
Oh,
yeah.
I still remember that because like, bro, I wish I was there. I just kind of like wish I was there to see how it was back then.
Yeah, it seems so much more simplistic and like just chill and laid back.
Yeah.
Everything feels a little more like not forced, but like
corporate.
Actually, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, corporate. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But back then, it just felt like a genuine experience where you could actually just join and have fun.
I feel like. Oh, sorry. You go. Continue.
No. You go.
Well, the topic I was gonna bring up was for later on, but like the new topic I got for kind of is like, do you think Rec Room is dying? Because in my opinion, I don't think it's necessarily dying. I think it's mainly just people missing the nostalgia of old Rec Room. That's been like my point the entire time.
I've thought about this a lot. So ever since I made the video Rec Room in 2024, which is my most popular video, I kind of looked back at it and kind of like I looked at all the comments saying, "Oh, Rec Room's dying," and in all honesty, that video wasn't even meant to be like a shit post about Rec Room dying. It was more so because I'm in Australia. Let's say I get on at 6 p.m. my time. It's 3 a.m. for the rest of the world, and there's no one online anyway. It had nothing to do with the fact that Rec Room was dying, but I kind of just went along with it anyway. Beside the point. I honestly, I don't think it's dying at all. It's not dying. People just, because let's say one person leaves, two more people will join because of new Rec Room originals being promoted. It's being added to the Switch recently. I've met so many more people, like so many new players from the Switch as well. I don't think it's dying at all. Even if you look at the Steam charts, like it's staying somewhat consistent.
Yeah, I think it's even going up. If I believe
somewhat, it's somewhat. Obviously, it's not as big as it used to be back when they did the Mr. Beast collab. That was their absolute peak. But that's to be expected, right? Obviously, the hype's going to die down eventually.
Mhm.
But for what it's worth, they stayed consistent, and I don't think, yeah, I
Mhm.
kind of get or cringe when someone says, "Oh yeah, Rec Room's dying."
Yeah.
It's not. I think you just don't play it anymore. You don't see that other people do still play the game. Other
Mhm.
people still enjoy it. No,
Mhm.
it's in summary. I don't think Rec Room's dying at all.
Yeah.
I think it's quite the
Like,
opposite.
so I remember one of the first ever Rec Room originals I ever played was Stunt Runner. If you've ever
Ah,
played
yeah,
that, bro, Stunt Runner
I have.
used to
Yeah,
be the goat, dog. I used to play that game nonstop. I think I've even
yeah,
made
that
it on the
was.
leaderboard
Mhm.
before, but
Oh, really?
I think I got
Oh,
my
nice.
position taken off because I just stopped
Ah,
playing it. But
fair enough. Fair
but
enough.
I could challenge you to one like a game of Stunt Runner right now, and I probably beat you.
Probably. Look, I played a
um,
lot on PlayStation when it first came out. I used to play with my siblings, and we'd always make fun of the little voice line guy who'd go like, oh, what
yeah,
was it? Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
yeah.
Or my favorite one was, you will feel that in the morning. That was my favorite one, and I just say it randomly around the house. Like I just walk up to my mom and say, you'll feel that in the morning. I loved it so much.
Yeah.
That is
Um,
very like a definitely an OG game for me
yeah.
as well.
I like I feel like the Rec Room originals nowadays are missing the charm of the old Rec Room
Yeah,
originals
yeah,
because like again like we went over the topic that Rec Room's become like more corporate and more
corporate. Yeah,
like
hmm
official like compared to back
yeah,
then where they were kind of uploading it just to be funny. Fun.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
again
I don't
like
like their whole thing of leaning away from making quests at all. That's
mhm
like a huge part of the game, and
mhm
taking that away is actually probably one of the reasons people are saying the game's dying. Like
yeah
tying back to it.
mhm
Yeah, the new games. I don't know. They just feel like like not Rec Room. I don't think
yeah
it's their style anymore. They're just trying to appeal to a large audience rather than doing something that relates to their game.
mhm.
They're trying to appeal the masses,
Yeah,
please the masses.
I know back in 2023 around that time, I had this whole thing in it's so funny because I made save hashtag save rec room before like Toaster and any of that happened.
Yeah, yeah.
So
hmm
and my version was it wasn't really save rec room, it was make rec room fun again. And I was gonna just upload
Uh,
rooms that
Actually, I think I do remember that. Did you post a video about it by any chance?
maybe, but there was a Discord, there's an open Discord server on it, and it's like
Oh, okay.
and it's
I
in my
remember seeing
archive
something
list.
about it.
And
Ah,
like
yeah.
the whole point, and I still want to do this. And it was like kind of bringing back the charm of the older games, but in like newer styles. And like
hmm
I used to have this whole like prerogative. That's the word. That all the newer games were trash and all the old games were good. But now I think about it, it's just me being stubborn. Like me and you both know me back in 2023 and 2024. God, ugh. I hate that, and I hate what I was doing back then. But I feel like
Honestly, like you and me both. Looking back at my videos and like just me as a person, like 2 years ago, I cringe watching like my old videos. Oh God, I think they're horrible. They are horrible. There's this one video I made called "The Furry Side of Rec Room," and
mm.
I think, oh goodness, it's just one of the worst videos I've ever
I
made.
think I remember when that came because I remember when you were like I think you did a fresh restart of your channel or something, and like I remember
Yeah, something like
whatever.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I forget what it's called, but it's straight up just it's like the thumbnail is like a tiki tower almost, whatever that was, and I remember when that got uploaded, and yeah, I remember OG you dog, I remember that.
Yeah, no. I've definitely like changed a lot
Mm,
between like from now from 2 years ago to now.
yeah,
I like definitely tried improving on pretty much everything on my channel.
yeah,
I feel like to some extent I've gotten to where I want to be, but at the same time I like there's nowhere to go but up, right? I
yeah.
would like to keep improving,
Hmm.
but honestly, I'm at this point where I don't know what else to do. Like at the
Yeah,
moment, after the awards, I'm kind of just stuck. I don't know what to do
yeah.
next. Like, what's my next big project? The
Mm.
awards took up so much of my time, and after
Bro.
that, I'm clueless. I don't know what to
Yeah.
do.
I bro. that's what I've been thinking because like recently, and you've seen it. I've branched off into like more types of Rec Room content, like Rec Room rap and that stuff.
Mhm.
Like I feel like
Yeah.
I'm one of the what's the word? I'm one of the what's it called? What's it called?
Variety
No, it's
or
like when someone does it for the first time, not the inventor, but like it was like I forget.
creator?
No, it's like miners, what miners would be called or something like that. I forget what it's called. The but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
I
Like
think so.
I'm
Yeah.
one of the main
Innovator?
huh?
Innovator?
Yeah, kind of. I
Or
guess. I
okay.
I'll figure it out and I'll probably put it on screen when I when I find it. But I remember I'm probably like one of the first people that was like one of the main building blocks for Rec Room Rap to open up to people. Cause like I remember
Mhm.
when I did my first concert, like because you were there but you didn't stay for the whole thing. And like
Yeah, recently.
yeah.
Mhm. Oh,
hmm
voice crack. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I had two people come up to me and straight up said I started doing rap because you did. And it was crazy.
Why? Yeah. That's
Bro.
definitely an achievement. Like being able to have people like be inspired off you to do
hmm
their own stuff is such a privilege. I've had that myself with editing.
hmm
I'm pretty like known for my like editing for myself
Yeah.
and for other people, and so people do occasionally also say to me, "Hey, like I've started like improving editing because I've seen your videos," and I think that
Yeah.
yeah, like it's definitely like
I'm
such a cool thing to be able to
bro.
see other people.
Yeah. Like I swear. I think everybody calls it the Sharkify editing style. From everyone I know that does like your style, they call it the Sharkify editing style, and it's crazy.
Well, that's definitely a privilege. I'm yeah, I'm grateful that people are able to like I'm grateful people appreciate the hours of like effort I put into all of my
Yeah.
projects, and it's definitely paid off because I'm able to like not only be known for it, but make an income now. Like I'm able to
Yeah.
use it as a way of making money now,
hmm
which is like I'm so grateful to be given this opportunity. Like I said earlier, Rec Room has literally changed my life.
Yeah.
I'm looking to do it as a like a full time thing, like in the
hmm
future. After school, I'd like to do editing like full time.
hmm
That's the dream.
Yeah. On the topic of editing, the next topic is how did you how did you get really good at editing? Like how'd you start
Well,
from like what software did you start from and then how did you get to your like software now?
well, I started with Apple iMovie, of course, back in 2016.
Bro,
Hey,
I
everyone
started
starts
with
somewhere.
no, I started with Amazon like the Amazon editing software or like Movie Maker, I forgot.
Nice.
I forgot what it's called.
Yeah,
Bro.
that was back in 2016. I actually did. Nobody knows. I've never talked about this before, but back in 2020 during the lockdown, I actually edited a couple videos for this guy who was making YouTube videos, who I now absolutely despise. Um, but I that's kind of where I started
Yeah.
editing, and then I do it a lot at school as well. I'm
Mhm.
like a media student at school,
Mm.
and I use Premiere Pro a bit. I didn't
Mhm.
use it for obviously like video stuff, but I knew my way around. And
Mhm.
so when I started making YouTube videos again, especially for Rec Room, I looked at some tutorials about how to do simple subtitles,
Mhm.
and I would watch hours and hours of Fearless. Believe it or not,
Mm.
he was a huge inspiration and still is a huge inspiration for my editing. There's another YouTuber. I'm not sure if I doubt it. His name's JamFam. He
I might have heard
is.
of him.
You'll see that. You'll see like if you ever watch one of his videos, you'll notice that I've taken a lot of inspiration from him. A mix
Mhm.
of him and Fearless have like molded my style, and a lot of it's trial and error too. I have so many privated and unlisted videos of horrendous edits and just fails.
Yeah.
And it's taken a long time to get here too. Like I've
Mhm.
spent 3 years, I'd give or take,
Mhm.
perfecting my editing skills. And I'd say also before I started editing for Slat, before that
Mhm.
I was still kind of trash. But
Yeah.
afterwards, like knowing what the word quality means
Mhm.
and like understanding what people like to see,
Yeah.
what people like, how to do this smooth, how to do that, how to do this.
Mhm.
I kind of develop my own style at the same time, and yeah, it's lots of tutorials, lots of self-taught stuff, lots of trial and error.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
3 years later, here I am.
like I'm currently in that phase where like I'm actually starting to think about future of like doing YouTube content and that stuff because like
Mhm.
I'd hate to just go and work at like a 9 to 5 like for a living. Like I despise it.
Yeah, I get
Um
that. I get that.
and like the only other thing I was thinking about is because like I'm in like a bunch of band programs at my school. So I do jazz,
Oh, yeah, nice.
I do jazz, I do
Ooh,
concert band, and I do wind
nice, nice.
ensemble. And
Do you
then
play an
I'm
instrument?
hmm?
You play an instrument?
Yeah. I play the
Ooh, what do
tuba
you play? Ooh, nice. I used to play
and
the trumpet back in like primary school. I played for
yeah.
years.
Uh
Anyway, let's do something.
and I also do marching band for my school, so I have that huge sousaphone on me.
Ah, yeah.
I hate it. I hate it. It hurts my back so bad. Yeah, but anyways,
I don't get how
like
some people do it.
yeah. But anyways, I like started like thinking about like okay, by the end of high school, I need to at least have 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
That's my mindset because like I want to start getting paid, and I don't want to leave my house knowing I got an income from my hard work on YouTube and that
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah,
instead
exactly,
of like
exactly. Yeah.
trying to take a 9 to 5. I can't do it. I can't.
I completely agree with you. I'm in the exact same predicament. So this is my last year of school. I'm graduating in November this year, which is still crazy to think about. Um, and I kind of said to myself, first, I want to start making. I'm still not monetized, by the way. My upload schedule is so dookie.
Cook.
I'm getting so close, and then drop 1,000 watch hours, and then get 500, and then lose 100.
Hmm.
Oh, it's horrible. Anyway,
Yeah.
um, that is also like a similar mindset to mine. Like, I want to get paid. Well, I want to have some sort of like income for all
Hmm.
of this hard work that I've put in. Um, I do already for editing for other people, but
Hmm.
for my own channel too. Like I'd like to be able to see that it's sort of the mental thing. Like the hard work has actually paid off,
Hmm.
and it'll be so good to see that other people do also appreciate it. Like branching out, getting more subs. Like you said, 1,000. I'm
Hmm.
working to get 5,000 by the end of the
Hmm.
year. Um, yeah, just being able to get money from your hard work is something I'm really looking for, especially after high school too. Because after high school, doing YouTube as a hobby becomes less and less realistic
Yeah.
because you have other things, more urgent things to worry about, like taxes and bills and
Yeah.
whatever else, being an adult. So
Hmm.
like, unless I don't unless I don't see the results that I want to see, like getting to that point of being able to get
Hmm.
paid, then I'm probably just gonna have to push it to the side and just, if I ever have free time, then I
Hmm.
might make a video
Yeah.
rather than focusing on it now,
Yeah.
like as much as I do now. Voice crack. Oof.
Yeah, I'm thinking about like on the topic of like YouTube and Rec Room YouTube. I want you to know your opinion on like because like currently I feel like Rec Room YouTube is at this like standstill right now to where
Yeah,
onto my
absolutely.
new topic. Hold up, I think I have it written down here. Hold up. All right, yeah. Like, what do you think about RecTubing today? Because like I feel like nowadays everybody's trying to copy the same exact style.
Yeah, I guess a good example of that is Rectopian. No hate towards Rectopian. It's like I don't care about it. It's you do you, I guess. But
Yeah.
from what I've seen, uh I'm always looking at Rec Room YouTube for, the Rector rewards and
Mhm.
potential nominees.
Mhm.
And I've noticed, especially in the past like 6 months, that Rec Room YouTube is just kind of flatlined. Like
Mhm.
there's nothing great. Like the last interesting video I saw was actually like the last creator that I genuinely enjoyed watching was Elation VR. And he hasn't posted in
Oh, I miss that guy.
ages. It's been
I miss
so
that guy.
long. Like he just dipped. I actually did try get him in for the awards, but he didn't respond because he's probably off editing some movie or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Yeah, it's kind of just on kaput. It's not as interesting as it used to be. Even if you look at some of the most look at some of the most popular creators' views,
Mhm.
from now compared to a year ago,
Yeah.
it's nowhere near as popular, nowhere near as many consistent views as they used to get. Like, I'm confident saying this, but Slat's views haven't been as popular or like as
Mhm.
consistent as they used to be a
Mhm.
year ago. Like even if you just look at his channel, it's there was a bit a couple months ago he would just get like 20, 30,000 views, whereas the year
Mhm.
before that he was getting 100,000 views every single video.
And I feel like I did mention this in my Rec Room Isn't Dying video, which does share
Mhm.
a similar thumbnail to a certain video of yours. Um, but I mentioned it, and it was like my point of view on it was like I feel like people kind of got lazy with their content when it comes to recording,
Yeah.
and like they don't want to put like this whole room I put together because like mainly because I wanted to make a podcast, and I'm like, well, I'm not
Mhm.
gonna just cheap out and just make a cheap podcast set like
That's
random.
understandable.
And I was
Hmm.
like nowadays I'm even thinking about it, I'm like, how can I become different from people that like, as Kendrick put it, how to be different amongst the averages. And like and like I'm like, okay, one, like this year is gonna be the year I'm trying different things. Like I saw that one guy that was on the Rectable Awards. He had this art style. I love the art style. It was like a
Was it the Luchinator? Was it
yeah,
the
him.
best way to kill? Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
that bro, I want to
The
try.
animation, oof,
Huh?
it is so good. Was it the animation at the end
Yeah,
of the video
bro.
where it's like he's running
I
in
wanted
that
him so,
purple thing?
yeah. Hey, if you're watching
Yeah.
this, hit me up and teach me how to do that cuz I want to do that so bad for like intros and that stuff. I'm not even lying. And like I started thinking like ever since the awards happened and I started looking back on stuff and I'm
Mhm.
like I really want to get into one of these really bad. And like and I realized doing music and being different through music is good, but like again, as you put it, it wasn't really Rec Room. It was just
Rec
me
Room.
kind of rapping on like random beats. And I'm like
Not to not to get all like delicate. I have to be like I'm walking on eggshells here. But when we did do the whole nominee process for the
yeah.
awards, we kind of looked at a lot of the music this year, and we were gonna originally do like best rap song or something, but we kind of
Mhm.
thought that it wasn't like you said, it wasn't really Rec Room related as such. It was more just a Rec Room creator making
Mhm.
their own project,
Mhm.
rather than it being directly related to Rec Room. Whereas the nominees that we did pick for best music or music video, whatever, they had either filmed it in Rec Room or their video or the song that they made had something directly to do with Rec Room,
Yeah.
like the Butter Snarf Gaming one.
Mhm.
All of his whatever you want to call it music videos, they're all they're all about Rec Room and
Yeah.
Rec Room's million and one flaws.
Yeah. And I remember it was a like well, the day of announcing the videos for music. I was heated.
Mm.
Like I was heated. I was mad because like how did none of my boys get in and that stuff? And then I started to think about it, and I'm like, you know what? If we're being honest with ourselves, we're Rec Room YouTubers that just so happen to be making rap music, and
Yeah.
it's not related at all. And the day that I saw Ghost quit YouTube music entirely, he just quit just because of that. I'm like,
That
I
I was pretty confused actually. I was surprised that I didn't think that the awards meant that much to people.
yeah, like
That it would just make him leave. I was honestly shocked
yeah. For me,
that
like
it like
sorry,
meant
you
as much as
can
it did.
yeah. For me, I was like, I can't like I'm not gonna put in all this hard work through my channel, through all the live streams, through all the charity live streams I've done, through all the music I've made, for all the content I've made, for all that got me up to here. I'm not just gonna drop it just because I didn't win an award. Like my mindset was when I saw that, I actually felt so bad for Ghost because like he put his whole identity into the Rectum Awards and he didn't think about like because I feel like when me and him were talking, it was always like, oh, this is gonna win the Rectum Awards. It wasn't like, oh, this is gonna be like a piece that I think is gonna be cool. Not like thinking about himself, more about the awards. And nothing against that Ghost, but because I know he's gonna be watching this. But I just feel like you shouldn't put your identity into something that can be like, you know what I'm saying. Don't put your identity into something
I understand what you mean.
that can be stricken away from you, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, and you kind of didn't. Sorry, you go.
when that everything did unfold, like I said earlier, I was actually like surprised that people cared so much about it that it would it would result in something like that happening.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly thought it's just a passion project of mine. I didn't like put any other thought into it throughout the year until October, whereas like you mentioned, I didn't expect him to think about it all throughout the year.
Yeah.
Like even I was even on one of the songs in the album. Like
yeah.
I listened to the whole thing. I thought it was really good, but it just didn't. You know, like I said earlier, it wasn't Rec Room related.
Yeah, it just so happened to have Rec Room on it.
Yeah, and the thing is, he did win an award last year. He won it was the Rap Lessons one, with Nyx, wherever he's gone to.
Like there has really been only like one song that you've been featured on, which you've mentioned, that was not a cover of a song, and that was The Wizard. And how was that? And like, how did you get into like going into the cover album and that stuff?
That was I barely remember actually. I do remember the DM that I got. I think it was it from Epics? I don't remember who it was from, but they just said, "Hey, can you send a voice recording of you saying this line?" I had no idea it was for I think they said it was for a music video actually, or like a music song. So like, you know what? Yeah, why not? Sure, I'll lend my voice for it. And I didn't listen to the song for about 6 months after it was released anyway, because I didn't know anything about it. Like they didn't say, "Hey, it's up anymore. It's up now." I didn't know about it until I went through there's this one playlist on Spotify called things like Rec Room's Best 50 Songs or something, like 50 of Rec Room's best songs.
Made that.
Yeah. And I was scrolling through that and I saw, hey, that's I'm in that. And then, like I listened to it, it's like, oh my god, I didn't know it was on Spotify.
Yeah. Like, what was your thoughts on when I dropped Purple Heart? I don't know if you've listened to it yet, but like I was getting, well, I was in such a bad mental state after I dropped Purple Heart because I was mad at myself for not, because if you've seen the DMs I've publicly announced, the album was supposed to be a 12-track list. It was supposed to have 12 tracks, and it was actually like the whole album premise. I can actually bring it up right now on my thing, and it'll pop up straight on screen when I'm doing editings for this. But like the whole track, it had like a theme that was gonna go with it. It wasn't gonna be like straightforward. It started with Late Nights, if you know that song. And it was gonna start with basically telling a story of me having some late nights talking to myself and like basically thinking about stuff I've been doing. And then the next track was gonna be In My Feelings, which is gonna be like a song, if you know what it's called, In My Feelings.
Yeah, it's self-explanatory. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next song was Purple Heart, and that song I really opened up on that song when I was making it. It's a short song, but it's telling how I'm putting up fake facades on like trying to be like gangster and all that stuff when I'm really not, and like saying and like my heart's been cold to people, and I'm trying to open it up more because like I used to be really harsh back then, and now I'm being more open up. The next song was called The After Party. That was kind of just a hype song. It was kind of just like an interlude almost. The next song was Love You, and this song was supposed to be about love. and like it was supposed to be that song was supposed to be like a rap song about me falling in love with someone. The next song was
Okay, okay.
You Still Up. That was a work in progress. And You Still Up was basically gonna be like a song basically saying like it's basically supposed to be a back and forth of the the point of view of me and then the point of view of someone of the lover.
Yeah.
And then Got Ties. I'm trying to stay away from all this rap beef, but Got Ties was originally gonna be a Knicks diss track because like
Right.
I still like me and Nick. We still bump heads. I don't really like how he does music and that stuff. And like, I don't need your opinion on it because I know like your opinion holds more heavily than me. And like, it's just you don't really have any place in it, and there's no point of you like
I don't know
putting
too much
input.
about the drum, about anything to do with
Yeah.
Rec Room rap, like all that kind of that whole Rec Room rap scene. I'm very oblivious
Mm-hmm.
about it. Like I don't know all too much about it. I have actually listened to your album. I remember I was at school and I dipped out of class for a bit to message someone on Discord, and I saw the like Purple Heart's premiere thing on my For You page. Like, oh my god, when's it gonna drop? And then I remember it kept getting delayed,
Mm-hmm.
and then I eventually did listen to it. Was it? It only came out like a month or two ago, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like somewhat recent. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I remember Mr. VR. Isn't he on that?
Yeah, he's on the
Yeah,
opening
he
track and the
sound,
ending track.
he sounds like a genuine like rapper. It's so weird. Like the first time I heard it, like that was the first song of him. The first time I heard his voice, I was
Bro,
like, oh my god, he sounds like a genuine rapper. It's
if you
kind
want,
of
bro,
like
go
kind of
to his
crazy.
actual Spotify and you'll see like all his songs. His
I got
songs are pretty
Spotify
good.
too.
But
Mr. VR.
yeah. Where do we end off with? Got times. Tell the next song was gonna be "Let Me Tell You Something," and that song was gonna be like telling them about like the love and that stuff and like how I connected
Mm-hmm.
with them. The next song which did get released was "Limit," and that song was like me hitting a limit and like I forget the whole background of it. I'm Done was gonna be. Oh yeah, so Limit originally before this whole like kind of theme got changed. Limit was originally gonna be about me hitting the limit because like they like the person I loved was like kind of like showing signs that they didn't like me back and that stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then the next song, "I'm Done with You," was gonna be that song was just basically saying, "Yeah, I'm done with liking
Right.
you" and all
Yep.
that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The next song was gonna be "Heartbreak," pretty self-explanatory.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then number 14 was "No More Love," and it would tell the story of me basically saying like there's like people I loved and they didn't love me back, so like I just stopped loving people in general. And the last song was gonna be called "Voicemail," and it was gonna be like a thematic song. It was gonna have a voicemail, basically me, basically rounding up the whole album, like the aftermath of all that stuff. And it's also like this whole album, the original tracks were actually like what real life happened to me and like
Mm-hmm.
stuff that's happened to me, like my love life and that stuff. Like I've had pretty rough love life, so that's why I wanted to like kind of pour out my heart onto this album, Purple Hearts. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
And if
that's
you've
understandable.
yeah, and if you've heard my newest like kind of released track, "My City," that it's not gonna that song's not gonna be called "My City." I'm not sure what song it is, but I have a project that I'm working on that's gonna be called "My City," and I can show you
Okay.
the after recording. I can show you the cover and that stuff for it, and like
All
plans
right,
we have
bet.
for it. Yeah. All right. Let me go to the next question here before I get caught up in music. Um, what did you think about the cover album? Hold up. When did you think about making a cover album, and um, what made you start to sing? Like come out vocally, kind of.
Well, that I don't remember this is about Sharky Ryan, right? The
Yeah, that
cover
one.
album, right? And I, yeah,
Mhm.
okay. I actually don't remember how we kind of landed on doing a cover album. We kind of just mixed together, I think it's 10 songs or something. That kind of, it told a story to an extent. I gotta pull up the track list again. But it was basically just like, it was obviously us just having fun and messing around.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was kind of like, without sounding too serious about it, it was kind of like our like story about how we met, about like our friendship, and then me meeting my now girlfriend. So like, let's see, Love is an Open Door from Frozen. Obviously that is one of my favorite ones. But it's basically just like, as a friend, of course, like I love Ryan. He's such a chill dude. Like he's been with me for years, like highs and lows and all that. And and then what? Double Life from Despicable Me 4.
Oh, don't remind me of that, please. Please don't remind me of that.
That was horrible.
Oh my goodness. No, I'm thinking about the diss track I made on Epics off that beat.
Oh no, I do remember that. I remember hearing that actually.
No, I hate it because it sounds so bad. It sounds so bad. It's
no, like looking back. Don't worry, my rendition of Double Life is pretty horrible too. And then My Way, which is kind of like my brand now. I have the outfit saved right here.
Yeah.
I actually, that reminds me, I put My Way on Spotify like a few days ago.
Really? Hold on.
I haven't told I haven't told anyone about it yet because I didn't.
Is it under the same thing as Ghosting Tim put you
No,
on?
it's not for some reason. I don't know why. It's just Sharkify like spelled normally with an I.
If you need help with that, I got you. But like you had to go in and like you'd have to go to the actual Spotify page and like
right, okay.
Like there's an actual Spotify page and everything for it. And like you have to go to like your old Spotify page and then it'll be there. Hold up. I mean, it shows you on Spotify. I'm not even lying. Like it shows your profile page. You might actually be on it.
I have 34. It says I have 34 monthly listeners at the moment for one song.
Oh, it's showing 0 for me. Hold up.
Oh, if you search Sharkify with an I, then it comes up with My Way. But I didn't actually need to re-upload it because it's got this weird bug in it. Like I listened to it through the first time and I was like, that sounds off. But yeah, anyway, I did a live thing of that at the awards, and now we want to do a second cover album.
Second one?
Yes.
Yo,
second one.
Add me as a feat. I don't even care what I'm rapping. Add me as a feat, dog.
And I was planning on doing another Frank Sinatra song because I've got the voice for it, at least the vocal range. I can't sing very high, but I can do like the deeper voice. And so we thought, hey, let's do another Frank Sinatra song. We also wanted to do a Christmas album, but I never got around to it because I was busy moving house. And then I went away for a while, so we didn't get around to it. But hopefully, December 2025, trust Sharky Ryan, a very Sharky Ryan holiday.
This year, my year. This year.
This year's my year. Yeah, 2025 is my year. You watch.
Yeah. What was I gonna think? I lost it. I'll go to the next topic. When did you really start to see your channel start to grow?
Ooh, that is a good question. I think I was on a steady increase for a while, for like the first year of my channel. Then I bought my PC, and I made my first PC video, and I'm still pretty proud of it. It's called Rec Room But I Can't Heal, and ever since that, I would be getting 1,000 views per video, which is something I still try and stay consistent with. And then I get maybe 30, 40, 50 subs a video, and then Rec Room in 2024. I hate thinking about it so much. So the whole reason I posted that video was to get views for the video I posted beforehand. So the one I made before was called "Protect the President," and it got, I think, 300 views in about 3 days. I was not happy with it, so I went, you know what? I'm gonna make a video shitting on Rec Room, and I did not expect it to be get as as massive as it did.
Yeah.
And ever since that, it's been a pretty consistent increase in subs. I average anywhere between 1 to 6,000 views a video now, which I want to stay consistent with this year. And right, like at the start of the year, I was at a bit above 1,000 views, 1,000 subscribers, and now I'm just like closing in on 2.7 thousand, I think it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really when I first got my PC was when I started like actually getting views and subs and like proper attention. That's also when I started editing for Slat too. That definitely helped. Be like a known name in the RecTuber scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty much when I got my PC when it all started going up.
A question I kind of want to ask. This is off script right now, but like, do you ever think about like trying to work with like smaller creators, like people that are just trying to come up, and like you just kind of like, hey, it'd be cool to just like do a little quick collab with them or something like that?
I do actually. That reminds me. So at the Rector Awards, the Rector of the Year was Doc1to5. And a couple of days after that, I was in the room and Doc was online. He requested an invite. I invited him and he said, hey, I'm looking for like an editor. Could you please, what are your rates? So I told him my rates and then he's like, yeah, sure. And so now doing occasional things for Doc, but also like I have considered it. So at the moment, I've edited videos for Slat and a few for Soulfox back at the start of last year. But I definitely have considered branching out to other creators. I just feel like I eventually would lose like I wouldn't have enough time to juggle everything.
Yeah.
Especially this year. I mean, I'm going into grade 12 this year. And so having to juggle like senior year with editing, and I do have an IRL job too, so I have 2 jobs, plus I have family commitments, I have my girlfriend. Like it's all I'd like to, in a perfect world, I absolutely would love to, collab with people and edit other videos and expand my capabilities, but I honestly just don't have the time anymore. I won't have the time throughout the year because I'll be so focused on school.
Yeah.
But I definitely have considered it.
Yeah, and especially like with it being, I feel like I don't know if did your year just start or
so in Australia it's right now it's summer for me, so I'm on break. I've been on break since the start of December, and I go back at the end of this month in January. So instead of it being we have a big break in the middle of the year, it's at the end and start of the year. So I just finished grade 11 and I'm going into grade 12 now. And then I graduate in November, I think. Like the end of November, start of November, sorry.
Yeah, for me down west, I live down by the coast in North Carolina, and
oh yeah, very nice, Mr. Beast.
Well, what's going on with the U.S. right now, dog? We got one side.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
We got one side of our country on fire right now, and the other side is being covered in snow. I'm in my garage right now, and it's freezing cold in here. I have a jacket on. I have shorts underneath sweatpants, and I have a heater in here that's not working to just squat, and I have socks on that. My feet are still cold. God, I hate winter down here.
Right now, I've got the fan on full blast, got the aircon on. It's so hot here. I don't know how much I think it's like 100 and something Fahrenheit every day. And it's horrible, man. I cannot wait for winter.
Do you wait? Like,
It's too hot.
how does y'all's winter work? Because I feel like if
So
you only
it's the opposite.
uh
It's summer right now, and then in the middle of the year it turns to winter. It's the hemispheres. I don't
golly,
know. I don't know.
bro, that'd
It's
be
so
weird.
confusing.
But for if I ever went down to oh having
Yeah.
Christmas in the heat.
I was gonna say, yeah, celebrating Christmas in a singlet, shorts, and thongs, or not thongs, sorry, slip flops or slides, whatever you call them.
Yeah.
Um, it's different. It's definitely different. But I'm experiencing, hopefully, my first winter Christmas at the end of the year. I'm planning on going to the US and having a what's it, a white Christmas, or like in the snow. I'm so excited.
Wait,
And I'm gonna be meeting
when you heading
people.
down?
Hopefully, I'm planning on going once I graduate.
So December of this year.
Yeah. So hopefully just before Christmas, because I'd love to spend Christmas there and into January too, because I'm planning on meeting people. Like we're gonna meet Ryan. Slats agreed to meet, and I got like a bunch of other people I'm wanting to see.
Well,
I'd like to do a whole trip around the US.
But
And like
if
the
you
Rec
have
Room
free
office.
time,
I'm so excited.
if you have
Yeah,
free
dude,
time,
I'm down.
head down to North Carolina, baby. I've never talked about this to anyone. Yoshi said for me to keep it private originally, but I don't think he really cares now. I have met Yoshi VR, not Yoshi VR, but the Yoshi with the zero in real life down in North
Yoshi.
Carolina.
Oh, nice.
It was back in the summer of 2024. Yeah. And
Oh yeah, last year.
he is such a good guy to me. Like in real life,
Nice.
I do kind of tower over him.
Hey, how tall are you? You are pretty tall, aren't you?
In real life, I am about reach 6 foot up in real life, but
oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you're like because I'm 6'5". I thought you're like 6'7" or something. Because I remember seeing you in game and you're like towering over me. I was like, oh my god, you're tall.
Yeah, but I don't know what's up with Rec Room. But that's just how it scaled me. I might be taller. I don't know. I'll take 6'7"
Maybe.
though.
I guess we'll have to find. I guess I'll have to find out. Out.
Yeah, but like, what were we talking about again? My mind kind of.
I have no idea. Oh, the U.S. Going to the U.S.
Yes. So I'm not gonna say it snows down in North Carolina, but down here it's starting to snow. Like, well, it's the first time I've seen snow in like 5 years down in North Carolina.
Wow. Okay.
Like just recently for Christmas, I went up to New York, and I went up to like the New York, whatever. What's the other one? New York, New Jersey, and like all that stuff, all that little like basically 3 states that are together. And well, that was the first time I actually got to sled in 5 years, like down a hill.
Oh, nice.
Stuff. And like
yeah.
And I actually got to see Times Square. Which hint.
That's on the bucket list. That's on the bucket list.
Hint. That's where on Saturday. Stay tuned because that's where the next concert's gonna be performed at.
Nice.
I don't know what time this is gonna be uploaded, so hopefully it's before it.
Hopefully before that.
Yeah. But what else? Went to Times Square. I saw the Rockefeller tree, the one from Home Alone.
Yeah, the big Christmas. Yeah.
I got to see that. I got to see. Shoot, what did I get to see? I got to see New York City. I'm trying to think. I walked around New York City. I had New York pizza. Great. It was amazing.
Oh, yo, nice. That's yeah.
But the only problem was when we went up there, it's like 18 degrees up there right now. And I went up there.
Wait, how cold is that?
Bro,
that's in Fahrenheit too, isn't it? 18
Fahrenheit, yeah.
F2C. Oh my lord, that is freezing. Jeez. -7 Celsius. That is freezing. You want to know?
So I was in a van, and I had no idea we were going to New York City. All I had was we were going to the state New York. I never knew I was going to New York City.
To the city.
And I went straight up. What straight up happened was I went and I thought we were gonna stop at a hotel or something before. My dad got me walking out in 18-degree weather with sweatpants that air goes through, a t-shirt with a hoodie over it, a beanie, Crocs, and socks. I was
Oh no, not
freezing
the
the
Crocs and
entire
socks.
day. I was not ready to
Yeah, I
do that,
bet.
bro. I hated that. But like the rest of the trip was fun when I actually got winter clothes on.
Got warmed
And
up a
like
bit, yeah.
yeah, and like that whole trip was me like really just meeting back up with family I haven't seen in a while, because the last time I saw
Ah, yeah.
it's like my uncle and them. Last time I saw them was when I went to their not wedding, but their one of my niece's weddings. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that was fun, and we got to see them there. So yeah.
Oof. Yeah, in Australia, the coldest it gets, I just searched it up, is like for me, the coldest it usually gets is around 60 degrees Fahrenheit.
Si-
Um
oh, that's light
in
work.
winter?
That
Oh
bro, I be
yeah.
walking out
Yeah,
in
so
t-shirt. Bro, down here you'd
when
see
I
people
heard
walking around with t-shirts on in that weather.
yeah, exactly. It's not that cold
Yeah,
because it's all like it's pretty much hot all year round in
mm-hmm.
Australia. It's kind of like what what Australia's
Australia
known
is
for,
known
always being
for.
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be definitely a different experience having to put up with 18-degree weather every day
Okay,
in New
first off,
York.
I'm gonna give you tips on how to survive the winter down here.
All right.
First thing you want to do is don't bring just a hoodie. If you bring a like what I have right now on is like a kind of like a jacket. It's like a flannel jacket kind of. Make sure you bring some
Oh yeah.
thick like jacket with
Hmm.
you. That's one of the big things. Now, bring thermal socks. Bring thermals like at all times. Just bring a thermal
I'll be
sock,
going on a shopping spree for just 20
bro.
packs of thermal socks.
Bro. And then what shoes you got? If you got normal shoes, they should be all right. But like,
Oh, I got my Air Jordans.
those should be all right. They as long as you got thermal socks. But like for me, when I went up
Yeah.
to New York, I was wearing boots, like winter boots. So like they were meant for snow and that
Ah,
stuff.
yeah.
So they have like fur inside the boots. And then great, you can never go wrong with jeans down here. Oh, like jeans are like meant for kind of winter and that stuff. Sweatpants are also good. Um, God, you're gonna be if we ever meet, you're gonna be towering over me. I'm not even lying.
Nah,
I'm a
I'm
oh
like every time I'm out with my girlfriend, she's a foot shorter than me. And so it's like really awkward because she's like
God.
down to my shoulders, if not like lower than that.
Yeah.
It was like awkward. Yeah, I did like I'm taller than most people. I'm like around
Mm-hmm.
generally on the higher end of the
Mm-hmm.
height scale.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
brother I have three brothers. One of my brothers is
Oh
almost
yeah.
towering over me and it's getting to his head. I'm gonna have to knock that guy a few pegs down because bro, oh my goodness. I just need to stop thinking about him or else I'm gonna crash out. My other brother, he's 6 foot, so I'm almost to his height.
Oh yeah.
And then my oldest brother, he's 18. He's about to graduate this year too. Um, he's like 6'2", so you're still pretty good above them. So yeah, well yeah, so yeah.
It's all in it runs in the family too. Like my brother is also like tall as me, not as tall, but like a little shorter.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's tall. Like every time I like walk out, like I get asked, "Oh, do you play basketball? How tall are you?"
Yeah,
Ugh.
well,
You get sick of it after a while. I'm not gonna lie.
so funny thing, my dad was really short whenever he was a kid. He was like 5'9", about 5'9" whenever he was
Oh
in
yeah.
high school. He left high school,
Hmm.
went to the military, shot up to 6'1". Shot up to
Oh, I
six
guess that's the
one.
strat then. Head off to the military for a bit. You grow grow a couple inches.
Yeah, so like, bro, I wish I hope that's the gene I get because right now I'm like 5'10". I want to be at least 6 foot because like if you ain't 6
Yeah,
foot, you
that's the
ain't
goal
getting
right
nowhere
there.
nowadays. Like 6 foot is like the minimum to get like a chick. So at least down here. So yeah.
Yeah, 6 foot's like a good height to especially to brag about. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm 6 foot. Usually you're 5'11" or like 5'10" as a guy. It's quite
Yeah.
sad. But hey, well, just put some of those like things under your shoes to make
Yeah.
yourselves a bit taller. Make yourself six
Yeah.
foot.
Yeah. Um. All right. Yeah, this is a good question. How hard was it to choose the awards this year?
Mm. So like I said earlier, I like try to like watch as much Rec Room YouTube as I can throughout the year, so I can like have an idea of who to think about, who to keep an eye on. Um, it wasn't as easy as it was last year
Mm-hmm.
because we wanted to kind of branch out a little bit more and like include some people uh that don't have, oh my god, I can't speak, that haven't really like gotten the audience they deserve, or
Yeah.
like people don't know about, basically.
Uh-huh.
People that an audience is yet to see. So
Mm-hmm.
people like for example, in the best shorts category, there was a creator called Shoida who
Mm-hmm.
did this huge series called Absolutely Useless Rec Room Facts.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd watched them all throughout the year. I thought, hey, that's cool. I'm gonna put you as a nominee. Um, who else? Danny 17. They were a huge creator this last year. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um, so it was it was somewhat easy, but at the same time, it was difficult to pin down like 3 to 5 people per award, because I did have a lot of people in mind for a lot of different awards,
Mm-hmm.
and some people that didn't accept, some people that didn't even acknowledge that I sent them a message.
Mm-hmm.
But it was easy enough, I guess. It took about a week, I'd say, to get the nominees like finalized. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was definitely a process.
I almost had a heart attack because I thought I wasn't recording. my mic's fine. The audio's fine. Oh my goodness, almost had a heart attack there. All right.
Hey, don't worry. I've made that mistake. I've made that mistake. Don't worry.
Yeah. Next question. Where do you get? Whoa. Where do you get your ideas from?
Hmm. So, a range of different things. Obviously, just watching YouTube and understanding like current trends is definitely one big part about coming up with ideas. Um, Something that I don't really tell people is that the first thing I do is put on some music. Music for me is a huge help in coming up with ideas.
Bro.
Right now, I'm listening to the Whiplash soundtrack. It's like
Bro.
jazz music and all that.
Can I just rant about something real quick about the
Go
jazz?
ahead, go ahead, go
Oh
ahead.
my goodness gracious! I made a huge mistake on telling one of my friends about Whiplash. Oh my goodness, I can't listen to Caravan anymore because he can't stop playing the Caravan theme on the saxophone. And it's
I'm
my
listening
goodness.
to Caravan right now.
Bro, I'll try. I'm trying, and I'm just trying to like enjoy the movie. I showed him for the first time. First time. He's already addicted. He watched watched the movie 3 times after that, and then he straight up kept playing he knows the bass, the bass part for it, and he knows the saxophone part for it, and he won't stop playing it. It's just, oh my god, he ruined the movie for me. Well,
I've watched it a couple times.
yeah.
But like I love listening to that kind of music, and in my I use it in my videos too. I've used Caravan in one of my videos.
Hold up.
And
I just had to adjust my headset. So.
Oh yeah. That actually reminds me. Another way is, see, music's like the big way for me to come up with ideas. Because I first like listen to, a couple like movies. Is The Penguins of Madagascar? Have you seen that movie? It's
Rico.
really, it's really random. I know, it's really random. I know, but oh my god, it has got some of the best music I've ever listened to.
Bro, you're not even lying, dog. You're not even lying.
It goes so
Preach,
hard.
brother. Preach, brother.
It's so good. There's another. What else is there? There's The Incredibles. I've used some music from The Incredibles movies. They're so good. Like that.
Bro,
and
they just know how to make music.
honestly,
yeah,
it's so good to listen to.
The only fear I actually have on like trying to use stuff from movies and that stuff is just copyright, because like I'm trying to branch further out from like using copyright sounds. Like recently, I've been kind of experimenting with making my own background audio or music.
Oh yeah, nice.
Stuff. And like,
Mm-hmm.
if I ever, I'll probably will make an album of just background music for people to just use, like no copyrights,
Yeah.
nothing, just like people can use it and it just sounds cool.
Yeah.
And it's like for different genres, like lo-fi, there's gonna be some hip hop ones, and then just like dark, happy, all that stuff.
Yeah, dude. That's a great idea because it's such big demand too because so many people want to make videos without copyright. Like I'm not sure if you've seen do you know who Ludwig and Jay Schlatt are?
Yeah, I know them.
Yeah,
I
they
like.
made they made an album of Animal Crossing type music. And it's completely copyright free and it's background music. Um it's a similar idea to what you just mentioned, like making
Yeah.
an album with different genres that people can use completely free.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's go to the next one. This is actually a really good question I wanted to ask you. How is
Okay.
it working with like Slat and Skull? Like I know you worked with Skull for the Rector Awards a little bit, and like you
Mm-hmm.
worked with Slat, and like I realized there was this what's the building group called? Uh,
Oh, Recworks.
yeah. How is it working with them and that stuff?
Is this for the awards or just like in general?
It could be for the awards and in general.
Well, I guess I'll do it chronologically. So, working for Slat is like firstly, it's such an incredible honor to be able to like say, hey, yeah, I got it for Slat. But also, it's helped me so much, like understand, um, so much about working in general. So, um, I'll do an example. So he'll sit through a video or like a project for me to edit, and he'll say, "Hey, how long do you reckon it'll take?" I'll say, "I don't know, 2-3 weeks." I'll send it back to him, and it's helped me understand how the whole editing process works. Because, like I said earlier, I do want it to be like a full-time thing for me in the future. So it's been very insightful in seeing how the whole process works. And it's also just been great because I've been able to meet so many other people through that. That's how editing for Slat is how I met Pow. And she's been in a few of my videos and projects. It's I don't remember how I met Skull actually. I think I just DM'd him about the Rec Room Christmas video saying, "Hey, do you want to pull up?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then you basically after working for Slat for a while, my name kind of became like a lot more known because he would talk about me and like you'd see like comments from me saying, "Hey, I edited this video," blah 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 blah. It's such a privilege to be able to talk to all of these bigger creators and like see their insights on their channels and all that.
Yeah.
And same with Soul Fox. Like after editing for him, I've been able to reach out to him and like talk with him for a bit. It's cool to be able to see the large variety of creators and like it's a huge privilege. And then for the RecTuber Awards, this year, like I wanted to go all out, so I asked Slat, Pow, who couldn't attend unfortunately, Skull, and a bunch of other bigger creators to show up as well. And for RecWorks too, the first I was introduced to them by Toaster. And now I'm really good friends with Pizza, and like I talked to some of the other members of that building group too. It's like learning how they run because they've been running events for a while in Rec Room. It's actually also helped me like running my own event and then watching them build the map was such an incredible experience. Like I'm not sure if the map was like insane. And I looked at all the circuits in Rec Room Studio and I thought, you know what? Actually, yeah, I might as well say this. I like seeing that whole process. I had no idea how to use Rec Room Studio, and so I thought, I got a video idea. I'm gonna spend 30 days learning Rec Room Studio, and so I'm currently in the process of doing that. I have this one really big project that I'm probably not going to publish, but hopefully that I'll make that into a video by February, and yeah, it's just how like overall talking to people and like learning how people like run their channels, how people run their operation has helped me like improve myself and how I do things as well. It's just so insightful to be able to see what to do right, what not to do, if I should change this, if I should keep it the same, blah, 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 blah. And
Mhm.
yeah, it's just overall been really insightful, like to
Yeah.
see how people run whatever it is they do.
Yeah. And like as you can have you whoa, as you've seen in because you went to the concert, I've been dabbling a little
I
bit
did.
with Rec Room
Yeah,
Studio
yeah,
too.
I did see
That
that. Yeah,
that whole room took me 3 days to make.
yeah.
And it
It
was
does
like
take a while to get used to it.
yeah. And like it wasn't really the issue of trying to do that, but it was the issue of like me trying to figure out how to use Rec Room Studio to its fullest potential. Like
Mhm.
I that the day of the thing, I learned how to render shadows, so like shadows
Ah,
actually
yeah.
form. And like
Mhm.
I get it was a little laggy for some people, but I try. But it's mainly just some of the files in there. Like the stage, I think it's a little bit of a
Yeah,
bigger
yeah.
file. So like as long as you keep the files pretty restricted, that's like one of the big issues.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Keep the when you're doing that, keep it restricted. I don't know if you're still doing it right now. Keep the files restricted, and then next thing you wanna kind of watch is if you're downloading textures and that stuff, make sure your textures are below 4K. Like because like Polygon, like I think it's Polyhaven, that's a good texture site.
Ah, yeah.
Make
Mhm.
sure it's like 2K or 1K. That's usually the good range to keep
We did.
textures at.
That does remind me, actually. We had an issue when we were doing the awards, like setting everything up.
Mhm.
Um, we had an issue with importing some of the visuals.
Mhm.
So like it would show all the nominees on the screen behind me,
Yeah.
and we had to compress that video a couple times so we
Mhm.
could actually import it. And even then, it did lag some people, like
Mhm.
somewhat. Like it lagged me. It kicked me out the. Oh my god! At the start of the awards, we were about to start. I was about to walk out. I like stood up. I turned around. I started walking out, and my game crashed. Oh my god! I actually was about to have a panic attack because there were like 40 people in game. There were 100 people watching the stream. I was like, oh my god, this is not happening. And
Bro,
so I kind of, oh god, it was horrible.
I feel
But
you
hey,
because
oh,
when I was doing the first ever concert, when
mm.
you saw it happen like live. I
I watched
crashed,
the streams actually. I had it on the screen.
huh?
I had the stream on my other screen while I was like
Yeah,
in game as well, so I could like watch it happening.
yeah. But what
I
ended up
did.
happening was your boy himself. Um, I was playing on my Quest 2, and a big problem that my Quest 2 had was the charging port. I don't know what happened. I don't know if Hulk smashed the
Yeah.
living daylights out of it or something, or it's just like issues with me kind of taking the link cable and kind of just letting it hang there. That probably did the
Yeah.
damage, but like the charging port was messed up, so. But I had to put so much duct tape on that thing to make it just like straight up work because I had like there was no other choice. It was either link cable or screen mode, because if I tried to use Airlink, which has worked for me in the past, but if I tried to use Airlink, it would be too laggy. Like I
I
could
have
barely
tried
use it.
Airlink too. Yeah, it's the same with me. I can't use it. It's just
Yeah,
too buggy.
you just need a stronger Wi-Fi to use that.
Yeah, which I unfortunately do not have.
Hmm. Yeah. All right. Next question. Um, Do you think it would be a good idea for, like, say, upcoming people that want to start Rec Room content to start doing it today, or
Mhm.
do you think they should kind of wait until the content kind of boosts up?
I think now, if you have like some good ideas, if you and if you're genuinely passionate about about Rec Room and you enjoy Rec Room, now is such a good time because there's very little competition at the moment
Hmm.
because like I said earlier, there's the view count overall is generally just kind of scooped down a bit, and people are getting less interested in watching bigger creators.
Hmm.
So when smaller creators like people like Foglu or I don't know, literally like all the smaller RecTubers,
Yeah.
when they make different videos to what everyone else has been making for the past 3 years, people are more interested to watch that rather than the same video. Like, I don't want to name names, but that bigger creators have been making for the past 3-4 years. So I'd say if you are genuinely, if you like the game and if you have ideas, now is the best time to start making videos, because like
As
take
Kendrick
Rectopian
said,
for example.
be different amongst the
Like,
averages.
exactly. That's exactly right.
Okay. I don't know what was going on there.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I think it's the perfect time. I just don't have any ideas. That's why I'm not uploading.
Yeah. All right. The final question before I let you go, and plus before I probably
All
go to
right.
bed, because it is 11:45 p.m. for me right now. I'll probably stay on a little bit later and play something. I don't know. But last question is, what is your plans for the future of your channel? Like from this year and then years going on.
Look, I want to keep uploading. Like, that's obviously like that's kind of stupid to say, but it is definitely a goal, because after my 6-month break after Rec Room in 2024, I've kind of had to recover myself from the disappearance. So first, the main goal is to upload. That's definitely
That's
at least
one.
Like I say once a month, but that's not going to happen. So maybe once every 2 months. I want to get 5,000 subscribers by 2026. I'd like to obviously improve my editing and kind of branch out on that a little bit more. Get a bit experimental with some stuff. I'd love to make a montage maybe. I basically just improve what I'm doing now at a bigger scale. Oh, I stood up. Whoopsies. Oh, I nearly went a whole interview without standing up. Damn it. Anyway, yeah, basically what I'm doing now, just more consistently and at a larger scale. I want to like improve.
Yeah. My main goals this year is like, my main goal is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody. Nah, my main goal is really improve my editing, because the editing software I'm using right now is CapCut. It's not bad. It's not bad. Like, you can actually do the stuff on not FL Studio, the stuff that you do on your stuff.
Yeah, Premiere.
Yeah, on CapCut, it's just a little bit harder to kind of tweak it, because like I took 2 years. It took me 2 years to figure out that you can turn off like what's it called? It's like transformation or something like that. Like scale lock transformation, to basically where you can like morph it,
switch the text up and
and then I'm probably gonna be doing that for this video. So, and then also I kind of do want to upgrade to Premiere Pro, mainly because it's just way better than CapCut. And
I do recommend Premiere Pro.
It punches
if you got the money, because
it punches a hole through the wall,
so expensive.
Dog. Yeah.
Thankfully, my school pays for it, so I'm not paying for it for another year. Bro, I actually haven't paid for Premiere.
Over
Thank
here,
God, because it's so expensive.
You'll get lucky, because I know a friend that took like Adobe or something like that. He got the whole plan, and whenever he got out, they've got to take away his Adobe. So now he just has Premiere Pro.
Oh, that's so lucky, dude. I want that to happen to me. I hope my school just like forgets to delete me out of the system and just pays for my Premiere for the next 20 years. How great would that be?
Yeah, man. I want. That's the only reason I've been thinking about taking Adobe and that stuff, just so like I can leave and maybe get a chance to get it. So yeah. Well, that's a long. I think this goes in the history books as the longest podcast episode.
How long was the recording?
I don't know. We're still recording.
Quite a while.
I think we started at 9, if I'm my time. So like 2 hours. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm gonna go ahead and do this outro here.
All right, go ahead.
You're just such a vibe to work with and be around. So that I thank you for coming on the podcast.
You too. No worries, dude. It's been great.
Yeah, thank you for coming on the podcast. if y'all have any suggestions on people I should do stuff with, because I'm trying to bring this back. God, it died last year. Oh, like I only uploaded 3 episodes. I want to upload this more. Tell me down below. What's your thoughts on the new My City stuff? And if y'all want any content from me, should I change anything? Subscribe to Sharkify, please. If you're not subscribed, I don't know how. I feel like most of my subscribers are subscribed to Sharkify. So if you aren't subscribed to Sharkify, subscribe to him right now. He's a great creator.
If you somehow subscribe to that one dude, I don't know what you're doing. So like, just go ahead and press that big red button right down below. Subscribe right now.
YouTube, please do the thing where like if I say subscribe, it does a highlight thing on
the circle thing. Yeah. And also, like the video. It does it for the like button too.
Yeah.
Like the video.
And yeah. It's just vibe to be with you, Sharkify. And new year, new me. We're gonna be uploading way more.
Yeah.
I keep saying this every year, but it never happens. Red Tuber Olympics 2025 might be coming out.
Let's go!
This year, I'm trying to lock in, but the stadium that I had for 2024 was way too laggy. I can bring it to you after. I can show you it after recording, but
all right.
golly, it was laggy. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoy. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, my friends.
Take care.